Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-August 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. With that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take just a general look at the remainder of August. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self, our spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, take a look at your crystal of the month, and do a healing note. But let's go and jump in and get started. Taking a look here again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card consistency. Consistency is key to so many things. This card is all about like your habits, and your habits then create who you are as a person. So keep that in mind. But I feel like consistency's been good. I feel like possibly you have either continued to pursue some really wonderful habits, Scorpio, or you have created some wonderful new habits for yourself. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got going on here. The first card we have is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a card of not very good relationships. This is bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. I have a feeling for many of you, this consistency or this habit was creating a new habit without this relationship that is not serving you very well. Of course, we'll clarify that. The next card that we have is the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of reflecting. It's also like a card of innocence. So some of you very well could have been innocent and victim in the case of this not very good relationship. But I feel like you're reflecting on some of the things that have happened and changing course and, again, creating new habits based on that. The next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a very patient card. I feel like things maybe took time to play out through this relationship. Reflection took time before you potentially created this new habit without this person. The Page of Pentacles is also a card of new money, raise, or job as well. So there could be some new money coming into the picture. Potentially you've got some new good money habits happening. Well, let's clarify and see what we've got going on. The first card we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation and abundance. I feel like this person was really hindering your ability. They were really bringing your energy down. So do be careful of those people that kind of slowly but surely drain our energy. But by ending this relationship or moving away from this relationship, that abundance that you had before and that ability to create will restore really nicely, Scorpio. The next card that we have is the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana deck. It does indicate completion, but it's also about completing a goal, learning a lesson. There's always a lesson to be learned in everything that happens, so don't lose sight of that. But this is kind of completion of that cycle, which isn't a bad thing. If this person was draining our energy and not treating us well, it's good to put an end to that and create those new habits. Again, that consistency, those habits make us who we are. And at the bottom here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. It's very conventional. It's a card of expectations. I do feel like this new job, raise, some sort of money news is going to be grander than any expectations you had for it, which is super exciting. We want one thing and we get something even better than we wanted. Let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming through the remainder of August. We have the card Balance. Balance is pretty straightforward. This is giving us new balance and harmony in our life. You see this card, they're equally leaning away from each other, but nobody's falling. It's that perfect balance. Pretty much everybody needs more balance, so I like when we see those kind of cards saying that there will be more balance going into the end of the month. But let's see what messages come through with this card. So in order to find this balance, I do think there needs to be, I don't know if it's soul searching, but a little bit of deep thinking happening here. The first card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of apathy or feeling unfulfilled. There's something that you're not content with right now. And when you have a feeling of lack of fulfillment, it's hard to have balance in life. And not to go like down the path of advice, but I'm going to throw it out there for you. We need to find fulfillment in multiple things in life. Fulfillment doesn't just come from career or family or money. It's a blend of all things that gives us true fulfillment. So keep that in mind, some balance of fulfillment there potentially. Then at the bottom we have, or excuse me, not at the bottom, our next card is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of nightmare, anxiety, grief. You see this person is bothered to the point where they are sitting up in bed. There is something that is so out of balance for you right now that we have this feeling, this lack of fulfillment. We have the Nine of Swords, something bothering us. But in order to find this balance, restore this peace, we need the Hermit. And the Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. If you take a good look at this card, there's the light within the lantern. And the light within the lantern is the light that's within you, Scorpio. And it's about going and finding the light, finding what's meaningful for you. This is all about being on a personal quest, spiritual illumination. So something isn't serving you, but we need to figure out exactly what it is so we can shift this energy and get you back to this place of balance. The nice thing is it looks like it is going to happen for you these next few weeks. Our first clarifier is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity, all things that pair very well with balance. To go from feeling unfulfilled to feeling a sense of renewal and hope and inner clarity is really a major relief. Some of you could be getting recognized too. This big star at the top is like recognition or being in the spotlight, so keep that in mind as well. There could be some recognition coming for you. The next card that we have is the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It means that there's action, there's change, things are moving. You're on this journey though, and we were just talking with the Hermit card, we're on this journey of spiritual illumination and personal truth and figuring out why we're here and what makes us happy and what makes us feel good. So you're on this journey. Don't worry about the Nine of Swords energy. We're on this journey to move away from it. We're on this journey to find this renewal and this balance that we've been seeking. So although some of these feelings are coming through, really wonderful shifts coming. And then at the bottom here we have the Strength card. This is a card of self-love, self-respect, unconditional love. All great reminders. You have two self cards here though. The Hermit is like saying what feels good to you, and the Strength card is saying what feels good to you, self-love, self-respect, unconditional love. So taking this time to kind of realign yourself is going to be very meaningful. This is you doing for you. Not only you doing for you, but you doing what feels good for you, which is exciting. Now we're going to take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, really anything that you associate with money, Scorpio, I apologize. The first card that we have here is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of trusting your intuition. Anytime we have the face and the sun or the moon, it's really about trusting that intuition, trusting that gut feel, Scorpio. This is also kind of like the curve in the road that we didn't anticipate coming. So there could be something that pops up this month as it relates to money or career that we just didn't anticipate. Again, it's the curveball, it's the curve in the road that we didn't know was there. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of loss, heartbreak, divorce, typically a love card, but I feel like there's something that's bothering you either as it relates to money or your career. Like your heart is almost breaking over money or career this month. We need to take a look at this though. With the Three of Swords, this is all about healing yourself. This is about pulling the sword from your own heart. So kind of similar to what we were just talking about in this last column, there needs to be some sort of correction here. But it seems like it's happening because at the bottom we're going to have the Temperance card. And believe it or not, the Temperance card is a card of balance, harmony, moderation. So again, trust your intuition because something's going to pop up. And we're not feeling the best, but it is going to balance out. Again, I don't know exactly what's bothering you about money or career, but I can sense, Scorpio, that something doesn't quite feel right. The first clarifier we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card that's typically a love card. But this is like a card of partnership, and this could be proposal. And it's not like a marriage proposal, but this is a business proposal or a new job opportunity type proposal. So do anticipate, again, that curveball, that curve in the road that you didn't see was coming. But it seems like it's going to lead to a really promising new relationship or opportunity for you. So this curve in the road is going to be much better than you expected. When we think curveball, it doesn't always sound positive, but in this case, again, this is leading to a really great, strong relationship for you. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. I'm glad to see such a positive card on top of the Three of Swords. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So whatever this Three of Swords energy is, definitely will be overcome. And whatever is happening, both money and career-wise, will be very, very successful. I do feel like some celebrations coming through. Again, that recognition very likely could be related to work as well as related to the Six of Wands type success. Moving on to our next card, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, collaboration. It does feel like partnership and relationships do keep coming up. So do make sure that you're leveraging those existing partnerships and relationships that are so meaningful. And they're going to support you in getting back to this place with the Temperance where there's harmony, there's balance, there's moderation, where things feel good, where they may not be feeling the best right now with that Three of Swords being thrown in the mix. Now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationship, children, whatever you associate with love, Scorpio. Let's see here. Some really, really good cards coming through. The first card we have is the Two of Cups. We were just talking about the Two of Cups. This is very romantic love, a card of partnership, proposal, marriage. Some of you definitely could be entering into a new relationship this month, or this could be an indicator of an advancement of relationship. Sometimes there are people that just don't want to be in relationships, and I like to make sure that I call them out and provide them attention too. You can be single and be happy and be fulfilled and have a wonderful life. We don't always need a relationship. I think if you want one, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's wonderful as well. But I do want to call that out. So for those of you not looking to advance a relationship or start a new relationship, this could come through as a friendship too. Doesn't always have to be a love interest. Moving on to our next column, we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation and abundance. I like this. You can create whatever you want in love, which makes sense because we have the Two of Cups here. So again, if you want that new relationship, absolutely, you have the ability to create. If you want that advancement in a relationship, marriage, proposal, baby, it's there for you. The Empress is also a card of fertility and good parenting. So for those of you hoping to expand your family, this is a really good card for you going into the next few weeks. Then at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very domestic type card. So again, for those of you hoping to enter into a new relationship, this is a great card. Or for those of you seeking marriage, this is also a good card. Queen of Pentacles is also very much so a fertility card. So lots of fertility cards here. I like to throw it out there too. If you don't want children, also plan accordingly for that. Because again, it does seem like it's pretty strong fertility energy here, Scorpio. Let's clarify out this row and see what other love messages I can give you. The first card we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. Sometimes the King of Cups can be you. Sometimes the King of Cups can be your partner. Keep in mind that gender doesn't really matter here. Just because it's a King card doesn't mean it's boy. It can be either gender, so do keep that. It can be any gender, so do keep that in mind. But with the King of Cups, this is the reflection of the person that you are in the relationship with. This is saying that this is a very supportive relationship. This is somebody who's tolerant and empathetic and very committed to the relationship. So really wonderful traits that other person possesses. I'm not saying that you don't possess those traits, but for whatever reason that card is coming through for the person on the other side. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. This card is a card of speed, action, quick change. For some of you, you could have been trying to have a baby for a while and all of a sudden it just happens. It's that kind of quick shift in energy that just happens out of the blue. This could be information coming in too, so you could be finding out some information related to love. Very much so, again, though, the Empress is a card of creation. And as soon as you hone in on what you want, you focus your energy on what you want, the Empress is going to help you create that. And then at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime you have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. But you have this very stellar love card in the love column. This is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage, pretty much echoing all things that I've said so far. So if you're seeking any of those things, you have lots and lots of cards telling you that it's there. Okay, now we're going to take a look at our fifth and final column, Scorpio. We are going to take a look at a message from our future self or spirit guide, something to carry into the end of this month. We have the card Alliance. Alliance is an interesting card. It's about being connected to others, but more importantly, this message is coming through as leveraging those relationships that you have. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, wherever you want to go, this is about leveraging some of the really wonderful relationships you've already established. Let's see what other messages come through here, though. See what messages I can give you to end on. You gotta go just a tiny bit higher here. Okay, the first card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on. This is an interesting card because it's about going from good to better. If you see these Eight of Cups, they're stacked so nicely, but yet the person in the background is still walking away from them. So as we move forward, this is about going from good to better, and very likely you're going to need resources to help you go from good to better. So don't hesitate to leverage that alliance. The next card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. Again, you're on this journey to go from good to better, and in order to do that, we have to start something new. We have to push forward in some fashion, and that's the Fool. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. It's a card of giving or receiving help. And I am not a Scorpio, but it's important to say, like, sometimes we have a hard time asking for help. I'm guilty of that just as much as anybody else. But this is a card saying that people are here willing to help. They're generous. They want to provide you support. So again, don't hesitate to leverage your alliance and your resources as you push through into this new beginning. This going from good to better. First clarifier we have is the Ace of Wands. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new project, new urge to create. This is your urge to go from good to better, to create something new for ourselves here. The next card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is a very stagnant card. It's pretty much how it looks. This person is quite literally hanging there by their foot. You may, again, need some support to move forward with this new beginning, with the Fool, with this new opportunity, this good to better. So if you find yourself stuck, please, please, please leverage your alliances here to get you going. And then at the bottom here, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results. And it could be a decision, like a place where you have to make a choice. And again, for some of you, you're going to have to make the choice to reach out and get help. Again, I feel like some of you are going to get stuck or get in this place where you're waiting for something. And that's what's going to drive you or pivot you into leveraging that alliance. Okay, Scorpio, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. For those of you that don't have questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. We're going to do 3 yes or no's. But for question number 1, we have the Queen of Clubs. This is number 40 card, which is a yes. Question number 2 is the 5 of Hearts. This is number 2 card. That's also a yes. And question number 3 is the 7 of Spades. This is number 25 card. That's going to be a no. So you have yes, yes, no, Scorpio. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you throughout the month of August. You Your crystal this month is garnet, which is good for crisis management, helps solve chaos, makes you very confident, and helps you live into your power. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your note says, the practice of forgiveness is the most important factor in the healing of ourselves. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. If you haven't done so already, again, those subscriptions help me so much, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope that you have a wonderful August.